Hey guys, welcome to Pages with Sidra. Today we are going to start episode 731 of I Have 90 Billion Licking Gold Coins. If you haven't watched the previous chapters, make sure to check them out on my channel. Now, without any delay, let's dive into the chapter. Chapter 1286, Eager to Try. The barrier shield shattered with a thunderous crash. Purple Orchid Saint reacted quickly, her figure flashing, and in less than a second, she passed through the barrier. The entrance instantly closed behind her. Fire Spirit Sister, do you want to go next? I can open a gap for you. Just time it right and dash through. Chen Yuan asked casually. Fire Spirit Sister, who had been trying to distance herself from Chen Yuan, suddenly found herself in endless hesitation. With her current strength, breaking through the second-layer barrier was clearly very difficult. Even though she possessed the sacred Fire Spirit Pearl and had mastered over 10 types of cosmic divine flames, the chance of shattering the second-layer barrier was still slim. The root cause? Her cultivation level was simply too low, Galaxy First Stage. If she were Galaxy Third Stage, she would have full confidence. With the Chaos Divine Flame art, her hidden trump card 9 Heaven's Profound Flame, plus the Sacred Fire Spirit Pearl, she could unleash Overlord-level power and break the barrier successfully. But now, her cultivation was too low. Even with her ultimate card, her chance of breaking the second-layer barrier was less than 50%, and there was the risk of revealing her trump card for others to covet. After all, the 9 Heaven's Profound Flame is one of the 10 great cosmic flames. She didn't believe other prodigies wouldn't be tempted. But if I accept Chen Yuan's help again, I really might not be able to distance myself from him. My heart belongs to Hun Yuan brother. I can't get too close to other male prodigies, and I already have great feelings for him. I can't accept so much help from someone else. Otherwise, I'd be forever indebted. I also won't allow myself to be a fickle woman, 3 minds and 2 hearts, eyeing both the bowl and the pot. Boom. Before she could speak, Chen Yuan punched the barrier open with a sudden strike. Fire Spirit Sister, hurry. Seeing the gap about to close, Fire Spirit Sister transformed into a streak of lightning and dashed through in an instant. Thank you. No problem. A small favor, Chen Yuan said casually, waving his hand. The entrance closed behind her. Chen Yuan, I want to go in too. Can you help me? Long Yin stepped forward. She had no reason to let Chen Yuan help 3 girls, but leave her out. All right, Chen Yuan nodded. Anyway, it's just 1 punch. Since you contributed 1 million enhancement points, I'll help you once. With another punch, he shattered the barrier. Long Yin went in. Anyone else want to enter the second-layer barrier? Only need to offer a 6th-stage civilization artifact, a fair price. Chen Yuan called out to the crowd of onlooking prodigies. Again, I already got fooled once. You want me to fall for it a second time? No way. Maybe soon the barrier will be completely broken anyway. Yeah, plus there's only 1 island inside, with an invincible cosmic venerable inheritance. You can't just take it. It's all about fate and luck. Even if we get in, we might gain nothing. The prodigies were clearly wary now, especially Swordheart Saint. His face was pale green. Thinking about losing a 7th-stage civilization, Divine, Sword hurt deeply. I want to go, but I don't have a 6th-stage civilization artifact to trade. I have 20 bottles of Flower God Dew instead. This is a specialty of Flower God Star. 1 drop keeps youth and enhances beauty. For women, it can also emit a subtle fragrance. Peony Goddess revealed a bottle of 7-colored flower dew. Its value, of course, depended on the individual. If you care deeply about appearance and charm, Flower God Dew could be priceless. If not, it's worthless. But no matter what, Flower God Dew could never compare to a 6th-stage civilization artifact. Chen Yuan's eyes lit up. Isn't this the legendary seduction artifact? Which girl doesn't like cosmetics? And this is top-tier, eternal youth with just a drop. Once back on Earth, each of you gets a bottle as a gift. Perfect, I love this. Deal. Thank you, Chen Yuan. Peony Goddess smiled. Her favorability level rose to 96 points. She knew Flower God Dew wasn't comparable to a 6th-stage civilization artifact. Chen Yuan's willingness to help might even mean he has some interest. She was thrilled. Being able to develop a dual cultivation relationship with a peerless prodigy like Chen Yuan would be a huge blessing. No need for forever, just the experience itself. In the long galactic era, even a brief moment of happiness was enough. Peony Goddess had a light-hearted attitude. She loved the challenge of taking other prodigies' partners. But once she obtained them, she didn't cherish them. She liked the difficulty. Chen Yuan was her next target. Boom. Chen Yuan punched open the barrier. Peony Goddess went in as she wished. Chen Yuan obtained 20 bottles of Flower God Dew. Let's see the effect, he said, opening one bottle. Gulp, gulp, 2 or 3 sips. Icy cold, feels quite refreshing. He took out a mirror, no visible change. Could it be that my handsomeness is already maxed out? No room to improve. Or maybe this stuff doesn't work at all. He put the mirror away, shrugging. It didn't matter. He wasn't relying on looks. Of course, Flower God Dew doesn't work instantly. It takes about a week to gradually enhance beauty. The uglier you are, the bigger the effect. Chen Yuan, of course, had little room for improvement. With another punch, he shattered the barrier and finally stepped inside. Blue Star Moon, Purple Orchid Saint, Fire Spirit Sister, Long Yin, and Peony Goddess were already waiting in line. Seems there's really only one island here. Should we try the Reincarnation Venerable's Inheritance Island? Maybe we'll be the fated person for it. Purple Orchid Saint suggested. I heard that as long as you learn the supreme reincarnation art, even if you are killed by your enemies, you can retain your memory and reincarnate. The Peony Goddess said eagerly. Chapter 1287, Heading to the Seventh Holy Land. The final inheritance island left by the invincible Venerable was enormous. Roughly 3 times the size of Japan, it could even be considered a small continent. The island was generally divided into Inner Island and Outer Island. The Inner Island was enveloped in an extremely powerful energy shield, seemingly requiring one to pass certain trials to enter. The Outer Island had no such restrictions, such pure cosmic energy. The moment I stepped onto this island, I felt the energy flow speed up. Huh? What's this? Long Yin curiously picked up a shiny stone by the beach. Girls naturally had an interest in sparkling objects. This is a Galaxy Spirit Crystal? It's actually a Galaxy Spirit Crystal? Purple Orchid Saint exclaimed in surprise. Everyone was stunned. This girl had casually picked up a stone from the ground, and it turned out to be the legendary Galaxy Spirit Crystal. The Galaxy Spirit Crystal was an extremely rare cosmic energy crystallization. The energy quality inside was extremely high, far surpassing Starry Sky primordial stones by over 1,000 times. In the universe, a single Galaxy Spirit Crystal could sell for 1 million Galaxy coins. In reality, it was a high-tier cultivation resource, not something you could buy even with wealth. It was reserved for powerful masters. Using a Galaxy Spirit Crystal for cultivation had enormous advantages, faster growth, and more stable realms. Look, there seems to be another one up ahead. Not just 1 or 2. This island seems to have a huge number of Galaxy Spirit Crystals. Could it be a Galaxy Spirit Crystal vein on the island? Long Yin said in astonishment. Everyone's breath quickened at her words. Look, there are writings on the stone wall ahead. Supreme Reincarnation Art, first layer? The first layer of this cultivation method allows the practitioner to enter the Inner Island and receive the Venerable's inheritance. This island is a 7th stage civilization artifact called Reincarnation Heaven and Earth, containing galaxy origin divine veins, able to root in the universe and form a pocket paradise that produces galaxy spirit crystals automatically. Those who obtain the Venerable's inheritance, the island and all within, belong entirely to you. Reading the inscription, everyone was even more shocked. This top-tier cultivation method was casually engraved on the stone wall. Of course, this wasn't an ordinary wall. Otherwise, it couldn't last millions of years without decaying. The surprising part, such a supreme treasure technique didn't require entering the Inner Island. Everyone who passed the second layer barrier seemed able to study it openly. This was quite different from other cosmic venerable inheritances. Shall we try? Blue Star Moon suggested. Let's go. The 5 women sat cross-legged and began studying diligently. Clearly, this cultivation method was difficult. It seemed to require understanding the power of reincarnation to cultivate the supreme reincarnation art. But here's the problem. If I don't already have the power of reincarnation, how could I possibly cultivate the supreme reincarnation art? If I had it, the art would have been mastered long ago. This was a vicious cycle. Without a chicken, how could there be an egg? With an egg, you get a chicken. Chicken lays the egg. Infinite cycle. The problem? There was neither chicken nor egg, so the cycle couldn't start. No wonder the reincarnation Venerable's inheritance was so openly displayed, and yet no one claimed the island for millions of years. So it's basically impossible to cultivate. System: how many enhancement points are needed to understand the first layer of supreme reincarnation art? Ding. This technique is a 9th stage civilization fragment. Host may spend 10 million enhancement points to complete it. What if I don't complete it? Can I still practice? Ding. The fragment has been modified by later generations. At most, it can reach invincible cosmic venerable level. Spending 500,000 enhancement points, you can comprehend the beggar version of the first layer of reincarnation art. Beggar version? That sounds rough. Spending 500,000 points for a downgraded technique seemed low tier. But the inheritance reward was incredible. The island itself could be claimed. As Chen Yuan hesitated, the stone wall that had been silent for years suddenly released a dazzling reincarnation light. A beam of light shot out, striking the meditating fire spirit sister. In an instant, the entire island trembled violently, as if a level 10 earthquake had erupted. The surrounding seas formed massive tsunamis due to the island's shaking. Boom! A magnificent divine light swept the heavens. A brilliant sacred light illuminated the entire 6th Holy Land. This, the reincarnation light. The reincarnation Venerable's inheritance has been obtained. Whoa, who got it? Who else could it be? Smoke General, Chen Yuan, of course. His punch could shatter an overlord-level barrier. It makes sense he could claim this inheritance. Isn't Smoke General heading to the 7th Holy Land? He might actually enter it. He still has a 7th stage civilization artifact unused. The prodigies whispered among themselves. Previously shocked, now they were calm, because the 6th Holy Land had Smoke General. Anything was possible. However, this time, it wasn't caused by Chen Yuan's actions. The fated person I have awaited for millions of years has finally come. An ancient and majestic voice echoed across the island. The next second, a powerful suction force pulled Fire Spirit Sister into the inner island. Chen Yuan vaguely understood why this happened. Success. Fire Spirit Sister obtained the reincarnation Venerable inheritance. Purple Orchid Saint said enviously. So far, Blue Star Moon had obtained the Blood Demon Venerable inheritance. Fire Spirit Sister got the reincarnation Venerable inheritance. Remaining, Purple Orchid Saint, Long Yin, Peony Goddess, somewhat awkward. Now they had a choice. Retreat to the 2nd layer barrier and claim a peak Venerable level inheritance, or proceed with Chen Yuan toward the 7th Holy Land. Exiting a barrier from inside out was easy. Entering from outside in was extremely difficult. The 3rd layer barrier would be at least 10 times stronger than the 2nd. Its strength reached mid-level cosmic overlord standard, not something ordinary prodigies could break. Let's go? Let's continue forward toward the 7th Holy Land. For ordinary prodigies, entering the 7th Holy Land was nearly impossible. To open the space gate at under 5,000 years of age, one needed to unleash mid-level cosmic overlord-level power. Such a peerless prodigy was extremely rare in the universe. Even a Galaxy 10th stage would need to comprehend some law or domain force to 100% at the 3rd layer to unleash this level. Yet, at under 5,000 years old, even breaking through to the 1st stage of the Star River realm was already exceedingly rare. Reaching the 5th or 6th stage at such an age was utterly heaven-defying. To then comprehend laws or domains to such a profound degree, that was simply impossible. Thus, one would need to borrow the might of a divine artifact. But even so, the power you could draw out from a divine artifact still depended heavily on your own cultivation. That's it for today's chapter recap. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest manga, manhwa, and manhwa recaps. Got thoughts on today's chapter? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on the story. See you in the next one. Until then, keep turning the pages.